Hi guys, today we are going to discuss the previous year questions, the diagram based questions we have to discuss. There is a question, one or two questions coming from diagram based in every year. So, it is easy to identify the diagrams and handle the question. We are going to discuss the diagram based questions today. Yeah, if come to this, just look into this, identify the figures given the embryonic organization of the animals mark 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, this is the embryonic layers. Okay, embryonic layers, it is about structural organization. The topic is structural organization. Structural organization, particularly this diagram is based on the germ layers, embryonic germ layers. Embryonic development germ layers. Guys, if any species, if they want to develop, okay, first initially there is a cell which is we can call zygote. Zygote further it can be cleavage, mean mitotic division going to take place the germ layers. First the virgin germ layers, after that there is a organ is started. So, we are going to discuss about it, the basics, fundamental basics of this. Okay. In the embryonic development there are certain stages, which is first zygote. Guys, this is the zygote. Zygote it is further developed into the cleavage, mitotic division. Okay, this zygote further divided into two cells. For one cell is divided into two cells. 2 can make 4 cells. 4 can be further developed into the 8 cells. This is about the development stages in any species, which is started from the single cell, starts from single cell. In the development of organization. So, these cells further, this is the division of the name we can call morula. These cells further divide into blastula. These are the embryonic development, guys, embryonic development. After blastula, this group of cells we can call blastula. This is the blastula cells further converted into the gastrula, like this type of division is going to take place, guys. This type of division is going to take place. The blastomere cells, they can divide into this structure. This is the structure we can call ectoderm. This is endoderm. Ectoderm, endoderm. This is further divided into ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. This is what the development stages in the structural organization. We are going to discuss. This is the basic. look into this. The germ layers first ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. These are the embryonic germ layers. Any cell in our body is created from this 3 germ layers only. Any tissue, any cell, any tissue, any organ system, we are completely, the organism is developed from these 3 germ layers. 4 kind of tissues, 4 kind of tissues are developed from this, from these 3 germ layers. These 3 germ layers. Okay. 4 kind of tissues are what? Epithelial tissue, and connective tissue, and muscular tissue, and neural tissue. These 4 kind of tissues are developed from these 3 germ layers. These tissue in the organisms are everywhere. These 4 types of tissues are there. 4 types of tissues are developed from these 3 germ layers, that is ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. First, the ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm, the contained species we can call triploblastic species. Triploblastic, if 3 germ layers call the species called triploblastic. Triploblastic. First triploblastic is developed in the platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. If the 2 germ layers contain the species we can call diploblastic. So, triploblastic cells, the organisms are contained, this is the ectoderm, outer layer is ectoderm, the middle layer is mesoderm or mesoglia, mesoderm, and inner is endoderm. This is endoderm. This is the body cavity. This is the body cavity. We can call this kind of cells, if they develop 3 germ layers, this is triploblastic. Coelomates contain all about triploblastic, and platyhelminthes acoelomate contain triploblastic. Okay, guys, just look into this. Here in the picture, it is 1. This one is what? Second one is what? Red color. Third one is called inner. Okay. Fourth one is called this part. Okay. First one is ectoderm, guys. Ectoderm. So, first one is mesoglia. It is wrong. First one is endoderm. It is wrong. First one is mesoderm. It is wrong. First one is ectoderm. This is right. Second one is endoderm. Second one is endoderm. Yeah, of course it is showing endoderm, this one, endoderm. Okay, yeah. Third one is mesoglia. Third one is red color is mesoglia, is mesoderm, underdeveloped of mesoderm, mesoglia we can call. Okay, fourth one is mesoderm. Okay, above the mesoglia they developed into the derm, which is mesoderm, guys, mesoderm. So answer is fourth one. Just look into this, very simple. It is the question coming from structural organization. It is the question coming from structural organization. There are showing 3 germ layers. Okay, 3 germ layers are ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Mesoglia is the different types of cells. It is underdeveloped of the mesoderm. There is a mesoglia. Mesoglia is the bunch of cells. They are not converted into the like germ layers, which is do not participate in the formation of coelom, that is mesoglia cells. Okay, we are going to discuss in the structural organization chapter about this detailed discussions. Okay, yes. Next question. Yeah, this is the diagram based questions of chordates. Chordates. So chordates, there are, guys, if any diagram in the NCERT books, that is important. Okay, from the NCERT book there are diagrams, you have to be focused. From the NCERT book only they can ask, the diagrams only coming from the NCERT book only. Okay, yeah. So this is the NCERT book diagram, this is also diagram. These are the fishes, guys, fishes of the chordates. Okay, is it scoliodon? No, it is the not cartilage fish, scoliodon. Okay, yeah, and that is wrong, first one. It is not a looking like scoliodon anyway. Yeah, chondrodon, osteichthyes mean it is not a osteichthyes fishes, guys. It is not a bony fishes. Okay, just looking that it is not a bony fishes. Okay, yeah. Third one, it is Persis chondrotis, Persis chondrodon, class cyclostomata, no cyclostomata, chondrichthyes, Persis, scoliodon. Yeah, guys, it is scoliodon, guys. Third one is answer, it is scoliodon. Pristis, this is the pristis fish, it is all over chondrichthyes fishes. Chondrichthyes fishes, this is the scoliodon, it is pristis. Okay, these are fishes, guys, just look into this, pristis. Okay, this is diagram based question, direct question, there is no need analysis. Actually these are the chondrichthyes, mean there is a cartilage bone, cartilage as fishes. Yes, next question. It is the question excretory system. It is excretory system question, guys. Excretory system. Okay, excretory system. Here they given diagram about a nephron, guys. Nephron. Okay, nephron. In the nephron, that is the part which is Bowman's capsule and glomerular is called Malpighian body. Malpighian body, Bowman's capsule and glomerular. This is the glomerular, is the blood vessel, mean blood capillary network. Blood capillary network we can call glomerular. This is the renal tubule, is called Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule. Okay, the renal tubule, Bowman's capsule and glomerular we can call together, we can call this is Malpighian body. Okay, nothing but guys, here look into this. Here look into this. This is the like blood capillary, which is enter the blood capillary efferent arteriole. Just look into this guys, I will explain it. Okay, this is nephron, Bowman's capsule. This is Bowman's capsule, renal tubule. Bowman's capsule, and this is the blood vessel which is enter into the Bowman's capsule. This is capillary network, blood vessel. Mean the blood carry into the nephron, which is arteriole, efferent arteriole, arteriole further divided into capillary network. This is the capillary network. This is again capillary converted into the arteriole, efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole, capillary network, efferent arteriole. Okay, this is proximal convoluted tube, PCT. Okay, here just look into this. A shows efferent arteriole guys. This is one. A shows efferent arteriole, and here B is efferent arteriole, of course efferent arteriole. C is the renal capsule. D is the proximal convoluted tube. Proximal convoluted. This is the answer guys. Renal capsule is Bowman's capsule, nothing but Bowman's capsule guys. Okay. This is Bowman's capsule. Of course, third one is correct. Bowman's capsule. This is Bowman's capsule. Okay, third one is correct, guys. Efferent arteriole, Bowman's capsule. PCT, the nearby, it is the proximal convoluted tube. Proximal convoluted tube, guys. Nearby one we can call proximal convoluted tube. Proximal convoluted tube, it is nearby of the Bowman's capsule. Next question. Yeah, this is the diagram. It is, just look into this guys. This is very simple diagram. Okay, diagram of the endothelium cells of the blood vessel. Endothelium cells are nothing but modified epithelial tissue, guys. Modified epithelial tissue. So, where there is a epithelial tissue is role for the diffusion, filtration, epithelial tissue. So, modified endothelial cells of the epithelial tissue of the that can be shown in the blood vessel, guys. This is the blood vessel. Blood vessel. Blood vessel walls are made up of with endothelial cells. Endothelial cells. Okay, endothelial cells nothing but modified epithelial cells, right? They can involve in the filtration or diffusion. Okay, this is alveoli sac. Alveoli sac in the lungs, guys. In the lungs, that is alveoli sac. Alveoli sac. Okay, this is the sac actually made up of with endothelial cells. Okay, yes, guys, these are the modified squamous epithelial tissue. Squamous epithelial tissue. These are the squamous epithelial tissue is modified into the endothelial tissue. Modified into the endothelial tissue. If oxygen enter into this alveolus, if oxygen enter into this alveolus, that can be diffused into the blood, and where the deoxygenated blood that can release oxygen into the alveolus. So, oxygen enter into the blood, carbon dioxide exit from the blood. This is the diffusion boundary, guys. Diffusion boundary is made up of with squamous epithelial tissue and endothelial tissue in the blood vessel. Okay. So, guys, here just think where the endothelium of the blood vessel is said. One is the like here basement membrane, between that there is a layer, guys. Between two endothelial tissue there is a layer called base membrane, guys. Base membrane. Just look into this here in the diagram. This first one is base membrane. Base membrane. First one is base membrane. Second one, third one is blood cell, blood vessel. Blood cell, blood cell. Fourth one is squamous epithelial tissue. This is fourth one is squamous epithelial tissue. Second one is in the blood vessel, this is the tissue is endothelial tissue, guys. Endothelial tissue. This is the right answer, which is in the blood vessel, endothelial tissue. From the alveoli sac, there is a like diffusion of oxygen, guys. Next question. Yes, this is about respiratory system, mechanism of breathing. Topic is mechanism of breathing. Mechanism of breathing. Mechanism of breathing, there are certain parts involved in the mechanism of breathing. This is about in the diaphragm, guys. In the diaphragm, there are like certain parts involved in the mechanism of breathing. This is the diaphragm, okay, the diaphragm. And there is a sternum, and lateral there is a ribs, guys. Diaphragm is down side, sternum is like ventral side, ribs are the lateral sides, mean side, lateral sides, lateral side. Guys, if the air enter into the chamber, thoracic chamber, that can be filled. Thoracic chamber, if the filled, the diaphragm get into the flat, mean there is a size increase. This is the way the gas enter, mean if we inhale the gas, that can be create the pressure, this thoracic chamber size increase. The diaphragm is going to be flat, and external intercostal muscles, which is ribs contain external intercostal muscle, they can contract, the thoracic chamber increase. Okay. What they ask, choose the correct answer from the option of represent of the correct state of this diaphragm and the volume of thoracic. Okay. The volume of thorax is increase, yeah, of course volume increase, the diaphragm will be in contracted state. Yeah, of course, if the thoracic chamber increase, diaphragm is contract. The volume of thorax increase and the diaphragm will be relaxed. No, diaphragm how it is relaxed? If the air enter into the chamber, thoracic chamber will increase, diaphragm going to be flattened, mean contract. Okay. The volume of thorax decrease is absolutely wrong. The volume of thorax decrease absolutely wrong. If the air enter the thoracic chamber will increase. First two statements are right, first two statement, and in that if the second condition the diaphragm will be relax is wrong. Diaphragm will be contract. Okay. This is the active process. Active process mean energy consumed, mean ATP utilize. This is about the question. Next question. Yeah, recognize figures and out the correct matching. Guys, just look into this 3 blood vessels, guys. Blood vessels. One is artery, vein, capillary. These are the 3 blood vessels, guys. Artery, vein and capillary. Artery nothing but they can give the blood into the body tissues. So, blood is going to forcefully flow into the artery. So, here just look into this. Vein has certain walls, artery is like, just look into this, I will explain it. This is the blood vessel. Blood vessel has naturally 3 layers, guys. First layer, tunica externa. externa. Middle is tunica media. And inner wall is tunica interna. Intima. Interna or intima. Guys, middle wall layer is a muscular layer. Middle layer. Muscular layer. It can be contract actually. Just look into this. Blood forcefully go through the arteries. In arteries, blood flow forcefully. In the vein, same structure guys, same structure in the vein also. The blood is very relaxed in manner. There are blood vessels has certain walls because of blood do not flow back. In the capillary has only two layers. In the capillary only two layers. Only two layers. There is no tunica media. Absent in the capillary because of capillaries are the final destination to deliver the blood or to receive the blood. Guys, here look into this. This is the artery as three layers composition. Okay. Just look into this. This is the vein. These are the like holes like structure, valves. So vein. This is the vein. This is the vein. And finally capillary. This is the capillary guys. Capillary as tunica externa and tunica interna. No, tunica media. Tunica intima or interna. So guys, first one is artery, second one is vein, and third one is capillary. First is A is the answer for this. Next question. Guys, it is ECG guys. ECG as PQRST complex. Which of the following is explained the standard electrogram is ECG below. Standard electrogram. QRX complex indicate atrial contraction. Guys, just look into this. In the heart, the blood enter into the heart. If the blood is filled in the atria will be contract. If the atria contract, the blood flow into the ventricles. Ventricle will contract, then blood flow out. This is the scenario guys. What happened in the ECG? This diagram is what? Guys, in the ECG, this is the ECG. First, atria contraction, first wave atria contraction. Second wave is ventricle contraction. third wave is ventricle relaxation. First wave atrial contraction we show P, ventricle contraction Q R S, ventricle relaxation T. So guys, just look into here. Atrial contraction shows P. After that, the blood enter into the ventricle, ventricle contraction shows PQRS. After blood flow out, there is a ventricle relaxation, is show T. Here just look into this, QRX complex is indicate atrial contraction. Is it atrial contraction? No, that is ventricle contraction. So this was wrong. This was wrong. First one is wrong. QRX complex indicate ventricle contraction. Absolutely right. Because of QRX complex, QRS complex is ventricle contraction. It is absolutely right answer. T wave represents the return of ventricles from normal to excited the state. No, it is continue guys. After relaxation also, it is the continuous guys. P wave indicates beginning of ventricle contraction. No, ending of the ventricle contraction. P wave represent ending of the ventricle contraction, ventricle relaxation guys. Yeah, here the figure shows alimentary canal of cockroach and identify the parts. Okay, just look into this guys. First alimentary canal, the parts is first esophagus, after that crop, esophagus, crop. A is the crop guys, A is the crop here. B is the gizzard, after crop gizzard. After that hepatic CK and Malpighian tube. This is the right answer, is 2, direct question. Guys, just look into this. First okay, first mouth, after that esophagus, esophagus further divide, enter into the crop, after that gizzard. This is the like fore cavity, mid cavity here started. Between that fore end and mid end there is a hepatic CK, 6 to 8 hepatic CK, 6 to 8 hepatic CK. This is foregut, and this is midgut. Hepatic CK between the foregut and midgut guys, and after that this is hindgut. There are Malpighian tubes, 100 to 150 Malpighian tube, 100 to 150 Malpighian tubes guys. So Malpighian tubes are located between the midgut and hindgut. So this is the midgut and hindgut Malpighian tubes. These are the hepatic CK, which is foregut and midgut. First one is crop, second one is gizzard for the grinding food. This is about the answer is second one guys. Next, these are the neuron, multipolar neuron guys. Multipolar neuron. Neurons are 3 types: unipolar, bipolar, pseudo-unipolar, multipolar. Guys, unipolar are they can located in the embryonic development, embryo level, and bipolar in the eye, and pseudo unipolar nerve, spinal nerve, spinal nerve, multipolar is central nerve, CNS. Guys, motor nerve system, motor, CNS, motor, they are connected with the skeletal muscle. Guys, these are the types of neurons. Unipolar, nothing but there is a cell body which is from axon end, unipolar. Okay, multipolar mean there are dendrites are multipolarity. Dendrites shows there is a multipolarity. And bipolar mean there is a dendrite body which is enter from the cell body two sides, and yeah, this is about multipolar neuron, guys. Answer is 1. Just look at this: unipolar, bipolar, pseudo unipolar and multipolar, guys. Next question. This is the structural organization is the muscle, guys. This is the structural organization, muscle, skeletal muscle. First one is skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscle nothing but slender like structure with striations. Slender like structures with striations is the skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscle mean there is a dark band and a white band. Smooth muscle is like this, guys. Only single nucleus is smooth muscle. Smooth muscle. And branched is like this, like branches mean cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle. So here just look into this. A is the smooth muscle. No, this was wrong. And A is the skeletal muscle, triceps, okay. B is the smooth muscle, okay. Stomach. C is the cardiac muscle, heart, okay. This is the answer, guys. Second one is the answer. Yes, next question. This is about chordates, features of chordates. Features of chordates. Chordates features are nerve cord, and notochord, and pharyngeal gills. Yeah, here mention gills, pharyngeal gills, and tail, post anal tail. These are the 4 hallmark characters. Characters of chordates. So guys, first A, B, C and D. A is the, this is the dorsal part. Dorsal part is the spinal cord, guys. Spinal cord nothing but nerve cord. Spinal cord, which is pre-stage, is nerve cord, which is hollow like structure, which is like dorsal end, guys. We have dorsal end nerve cord, right? That is the nerve cord is A. A is the nerve cord. B. B is rod shaped. A is the spinal cord. B is below the spinal cord, which is notochord, guys. Notochord. Okay. So just look into this, guys. Yes, this is upper part, which is spinal cord. Here he mentioned B. spinal cord. Mean nerve cord. B is the notochord, guys. This is notochord. A is notochord. And this is gills. C is the gills. D is the tail. So, here just look into this. A is notochord. A is notochord. B is nerve cord. C is gills. And preanal tail is the D. This is the answer. Second one is the answer, guys. Second one is answer for this question. Next, guys, identify the reproductive system of the male. Male reproductive system is one testis. Testis has seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubule, the sperm which is exit from the efferent. This is vasa efferentia. Further it is enter into the epididymis. Vasa efferentia, epididymis. This is epididymis. Epididymis further exit out vas deferens. Vas deferens. This is vas deferens. Just look into here. A is epididymis. A is epididymis is right. B is vas deferens. B is testis. Here A is testis, guys. A is testis. A is testis. A is testis here. B is epididymis. C is vas deferens. Yeah, C is vas deferens. D is urethra. D is seminal. A is urethra. A is. Guys, here just look into this. A is almost testis here only. No testis here. Wrong. No testis here. No testis here. So, second one is answer, guys, in the male reproductive system. Female reproductive system. Just look into this female reproductive system. Here endometrium, myometrium, infundibulum, fimbriae. Okay, they can ask you. 2 is endometrium. 2 is endometrium. Here just look into this. It is 2 is not endometrium. This is perimetrium. Endometrium is inner layer. So, first one is wrong. Second one, 3 is fimbriae. 3 is fimbriae. Okay. 4 is infundibulum. 4 is infundibulum. Okay. And 5 is cervix. No. Yeah, cervix. Okay. Second one is correct. We can see third one. 4 is ovicanal funnel. Ovicanal funnel. Yeah. 5 is uterus. 5 is uterus. No, 5 is not uterus. This is the uterus. So, this is wrong. Fourth one we can see. 1 is perimetrium. 1 is endometrium, guys. 1 is endometrium. So, second one is right answer, guys. Second one is right answer for this diagram. Yeah. All over today some questions, diagram based questions we did complete. Tomorrow we will go to the new topic, guys. Thank you.